Fox 61 News at 5 starts now.
I made a commitment. That would provide student debt relief, and I'm honoring that commitment today.
A major announcement from the president tonight, how it will benefit student loan borrowers here in Connecticut.
A new video into the newsroom tonight of the suspected gunman's movements after shooting a loss prevention officer.
And new details tonight. More arrests made in a sexual abuse case involving a teacher. What these employees are accused of not doing.
And a community is celebrating clean water. We hear neighbors' reactions after a decades-long pipeline project is finally complete.
Good evening and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. New video shows the suspect in Friday's Buckland Hills mall shooting moments after he allegedly shot a security guard in the abdomen.
Richard LaPlante turned himself in to police Saturday night. He remains in custody. Fox 61's Tony Black is live outside the mall tonight. He spoke with the victim's father today. So Tony, what did he have to say?
Yeah, Brent and Sarah, the father of Tirso Blanco did not want to go on camera with us today, but he says his son is still recovering. He's getting better in the hospital, and we're getting our first look at what happened after he was shot outside of this Macy's here at Buckland Hills Mall in Manchester after that suspect fled the scene.
New video released to Fox 61 shows 30-year-old Richard LaPlante fleeing from Buckland Hills Mall Friday afternoon after allegedly shooting a loss prevention officer. Police responded to the Manchester shopping center just after noon. CT Transit bus security footage shows LaPlante running towards the bus around 1:40 in the afternoon, boarding near the Evergreen Walk in South Windsor. LaPlante stays on the bus for about 15 minutes before exiting in Windsor, where he lives. CT Transit provided another video from earlier Friday morning showing LaPlante boarding the bus in Windsor just before 11 a.m. heading to the mall. Police say 27-year-old Tirso Blanco tried stopping LaPlante from shoplifting outside the Macy's men's store when he was shot in the abdomen. The New Britain father of two has been hospitalized since, but his father says his condition is improving. Police say LaPlante ditched the gun in a nearby hotel dumpster. He turned himself into police Saturday night. Shoppers told Fox 61 it was the right thing to do.
But it doesn't justify the fact that he just, shoot someone, right? Someone who's just trying to do his own job.
He appeared in front of a judge for the first time in this case Monday.
This was what was likely a minor larceny that turned into him facing Class A felonies.
He feels bad.
We're told Macy's employs its guards separately from the mall. Macy's has directed all our questions to police. Manchester police are not releasing information about the case as the investigation continues. LaPlante faces first-degree assault and robbery charges, along with carrying a pistol without a permit and attempted murder.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions in this case right now, like what LaPlante was trying to steal, what conversations police have had with him since he turned himself in, and also sort of a timeline of what happened after that shooting. But as I mentioned, Manchester police are not answering those just yet, as they say the investigation is still ongoing, but we are working to get those answered. Live in Manchester, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. It is good to hear Tirso Blanco is getting better in the hospital.
Yeah, it is a good update.
All right, also tonight, it's a case we have covered from the start, the shocking story of a Plymouth elementary school teacher accused of sexual misconduct with students.
Yeah, more arrests have now been made. Fox 61's Matt Karen is live in Plymouth with the new information. Matt.
Hi, guys. There's 4 new arrests in total here, and just hours ago, the Plymouth Police Department released the names and pictures of 2 of those people, including the school's former principal. The shocking story of sex abuse at the Plymouth Center School weaved a wider web Wednesday.
These are good people here in town.
Arrested are former principal Sherry Turner and teacher Melissa Morelli.
I just don't want to believe something like that bad happened here in town.
Both are accused of failing to report what they knew about former teacher James Eschert's alleged sexual misconduct with students. Superintendent Brian Falcone told Fox 61 mandated reporters are required to report. Failure to do so is inconsistent with the law and our district policies and will not be tolerated. The allegations against Eschert date back 6 years.
I'm wondering why it took so long, if it's so true.
Eschert was arrested in January and pled not guilty. In Plymouth, the rumor mill is churning as a new school year approaches.
If you can't trust the teachers and stuff, who can you trust? These people are, they're held to a higher standard.
Are they trying to satisfy a group of people that possibly might want to crucify this innocent man? that just loves kids enough to teach every day of his life.
These new arrests come on the heels of a civil lawsuit filed against the Plymouth School Board in July on behalf of an alleged student victim.
And we know from the new arrests that have been made that the school had notice of this and allowed it to go on, which I think is the most shocking part of it.
School Board Chair Walt Seaman told Fox 61, please understand this is an ongoing investigation. Mayor Joseph Kilduff said the town of Plymouth is committed to protecting our children. Eschert's arrest warrant says he often touched and groped young girls during the school day, encouraging them to play under his desk. Investigators discovered 26 inappropriate photos on his camera. And both Turner and Morelli are charged with failing to report the abuse, neglect, or injury of a child. They are both set to be arraigned on September 7th at Superior Court in New Britain. We're live here in Plymouth. Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.
Thank you, Matt. Well, new tonight, a big announcement from President Joe Biden today about student loan debt.
Using the authority Congress granted the Department of Education, we will forgive $10,000 in outstanding federal student loans.
Fox 61's Tony Terzi has local reaction to the plan. He joins us live from Quinnipiac University in Hamden, where there are plenty of students moving in today. Tony, what are they telling you?
Yeah, great place to be in Hamden. The sun was out, easy for moving the kiddos back into the dormitory today, tomorrow, and Friday. They will do that ahead of school starting. The fall semester starts next Monday, and the students and parents we spoke to, by and large, in favor of President Biden's plan. Quinnipiac University's move-in crew was as happy to help their peers as they were to talk about President Biden offering $10,000 of federal student loan forgiveness.
I think it's a great plan. So many large corporations are bailed out all the time. I don't see why we can't help out students, the next generation. Individual borrowers earning up to
$125K annually, and families whose earnings don't exceed $250,000 a year are eligible for the $10K loan break.
On the one hand, I don't mind forgiveness. However, there is sort of an inherent contract when you take on student debt that you would be paying that student debt off.
I think it's a bad policy.
But that University of New Haven professor cautions against comparing this forgiveness to corporate bailouts.
The big difference is those went through Congress, where this was just kind of a unilateral action saying that we're going to transfer money from one group of Americans to a different group.
One student who says her mom is on the hook for her college bill is appreciative.
I know Quinnipiac's a really expensive school to go to, and even with a scholarship, it's a lot of money. So, like, helping us out with 10 grand, forgiving 10 grand in debt could just really help out.
Some estimates have the price tag for this student loan forgiveness program in the neighborhood of $300 billion.
And if universities think that they can, that loans will get forgiven, could see very large increases in the price of higher ed going forward.
And President Biden also announced today he is extending the pause on student loan paybacks until the end of this calendar year. That's when they'll resume on January 1. We're live here in Hamden at Quinnipiac University. I'm Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.
All right, thank you, Tony. It is a complicated thing and will undoubtedly, though, help a lot of people. All right, no rain today. We saw the sun again, but frankly, I just don't know what to say about it. Normally, after a couple of days of rain and the sun comes back out, you're glad and you're happy and you're celebrating, but the rain is what we were celebrating this time around.
I know, especially for certain parts of the state where they didn't really see much rain at all, Rachel. They're probably like, what about us?
Yeah, there's nothing right to say. That's the answer, Brent. Some are really happy about the last couple days. Others are kind of bummed out. It really seems like Fairfield County got the least amount of rain the last couple of days. And some of the areas that did need it the most, like eastern Connecticut in an extreme drought, ended up doing really well. Either way, we have another chance for seeing some showers and storms, but not until Friday. So we have another day just like today for tomorrow. Warmth and humidity, but not a impressive. And tomorrow, I think highs will be closer to 90 degrees. Today's high 88, still very close to 90 for the Hartford area, upper 70s for New Haven, mid 80s in Waterbury. That was flooding around this time yesterday, 85 in Willimantic currently. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, just seeing some fair weather clouds that have bubbled up, although those clouds are a lot thicker and more numerous here in Fairfield County. They're like, all right, well, if it's going to be cloudy, could you just at least rain? 9 o'clock tonight, temperatures in the upper 70s. If you're planning on, getting a run in, going for a longer walk with the dog this evening, or just eating dinner out on the deck or patio, I think it's going to be a great night for all of that. Overnight lows close to 70 degrees, and heading through the day tomorrow, bright sunshine, highs between 85 to right around 90, and then we'll be timing out those showers and storms for Friday. This is going to be during the afternoon, and the Storm Prediction Center says there is a level 1 out of a 5-level threat scale, level 1 risk for a severe storm, basically meaning that it would be isolated in nature. But it was yesterday too a level 1 risk, and we saw all that was able to generate. So we'll show you the future radar for Friday, help you plan out your weekend too, coming up.
Rachel, thank you. Well, tonight, state police are investigating a fatal accident involving a motorcycle in Waterbury. Police say Ryan Andrade was driving a motorcycle on Route 8 North when he veered to the left, drove through the grass median, and then collided with the metal guardrail on the left shoulder. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say the highway was closed for 2 hours as they investigate.
Also in Waterbury tonight, a major drug bust. Police shared this photo saying they searched 2 homes and found multiple guns and various amounts of different drugs. The search resulted in taking a suspect into custody. Police did not release his name. That suspect's now facing firearms and narcotics charges. Police say he's being held on $1.5 million bond.